Hey everyone, so I got a great, really difficult to answer question, and it's really made me think a lot. It is how to let go of the past, memories of bad choices that have haunted me, feelings of regret, shame, guilt, etc. That happens to be something that I'm working through right now. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and I believe those mistakes are there as karmic lessons. We're to learn from them. It's supposed to teach us something. Experience in life is the best teacher, in my opinion. And I've learned a lot. I've been through a lot. And right now, I am working through some heartbreak. A woman that I thought I was going to be with for the rest of my life. And the funny thing is, usually, you can get out of a relationship, it kind of be like you need to almost hate them, get angry and upset and mad and blame them. But the fact is that all it does is hurts us. When that happens, we need to look within, look at ourselves, our decisions, what we're meant to learn, and how to grow. And it takes, the reason why it hurts so much is because it bruises our ego. And the ego can be a pretty powerful thing. And sometimes it's hard to distinguish between what our ego is and what our higher self is. So I believe that instead of looking outside as to, why is all this happening to me? Look inside and think, what am I supposed to learn from this? Everything is meant to teach us something. So look within, no matter how painful it is, how can I grow from this? And we tend to harbor, especially from growing up from our childhood or whatnot. I think pretty much everybody these days grew up in a dysfunctional, home or, has a dysfunctional childhood. The more dysfunctional it is, the more we're meant to learn from it, okay? And the more we're meant to learn to appreciate these things that, we go through and appreciate, the real, true people that care about us and love us. But it all starts with loving and caring for ourselves. I was really attached to my bodybuilding ego and identity for a long time. And then when I finally took a step back and started this spiritual journey, I came to realize that that's not who I am. We all require a label or identity to, we're beings of duality, right? So we need something to hold on to in this 3D dimensional reality. But we are more than that. So for me, on my journey, personally, ayahuasca has helped me a lot to be honest with myself and look within and face a lot of these things that have held me back, and being true to myself. We tend to make decisions that will make us feel good in the moment. Marketing, the media is all about instant gratification, making us feel better in the moment. But what's going to make us feel better in the long run? We all want more money. We all want love. We all want to be appreciated and loved. But how can we be loved if we can't love ourselves? And what does it mean to love yourself? It means to take care of yourself. This is the one body that you're going to be in for the rest of your life. So if you're not eating healthy, you don't have to eat crazy, super strict diet, but just eat to nourish the body as opposed to, creating dis-ease or imbalance. And, Western medicine is designed to keep the imbalance going, really, and then cover up, all the symptoms. But we never really face the fundamental and foundation of the problem. So identifying where we have shame and guilt and not feeling good enough, those are the things that we need to look at in order to be able to process and look at honestly and work through these things. And for me, it all starts with slowing my mind down to look within and really be honest with myself, and to process things in a practical yet energetic manner, where we can see where we're sabotaging ourselves. Like, do we emotionally eat? Do we, do things to suppress or numb ourselves out from facing these things? We need to look at our emotions, no matter how painful they are, and sit with them. Just like fitness, just like working out. I see a lot of people working out and they work to go around it, to try to get past it or go through it, thinking that, we're gonna, get to our goal. But the real thing is we have to go into it. when we're lifting weights, we have to feel the contraction and work into it and through it, not go around it and just try to throw it around. Okay, and really, that all begins and ends with the mind, slowing the mind down, understanding, where the disconnect is between our subconscious and our conscious mind. I've really been fortunate enough to have a lot of experiences with personal development, understanding psychology, understanding the connection between the mind and the body. And we have to connect that, but in the right way. And what is the right way? The right way is that intuitive knowing that we get when we sort of embrace it. Okay, and we have to do it when we're ready. Sometimes think of it as like peeling an onion. We have to peel back one layer at a time. If we try to go too deep too fast, it ain't gonna work because it's too much. All right, we have to reprogram our subconscious mind, and we can't think about it too much. If we think about it too much, then we just get lost in that thinking. We get lost in that analyzing. I call it analysis paralysis, right? We can really get lost in that analysis. So I just made a video about ways that I slow the mind down. You can check that out on my YouTube as well. And take things for what they are, accept who you are in life. If you're not making as much money as you want, if you're not in a job that you love, you have to identify your life purpose, identify what you really love to do, and then figure out how to monetize it, right? And once you start to do that, you'll find that synchronicities start to line up. And willpower works to a certain extent, but it only gets us a part of the way. Sometimes willpower can hold us back because we get that tunnel vision. We want to go so hardcore into fixing a situation that we end up making emotional bad decisions. So slow it down, be okay with where you're at, be okay with who you are. You have to love yourself. That is the most fundamental step that I can say right here, because if you don't love yourself, then you can't love anybody else. And until you do that, you're just going to keep getting these karmic lessons that are teaching you the same thing over and over and over again, especially with me in relationships. I've had to learn the same lesson over and over and over again, just with different people in different situations, different circumstances. Okay, so really, beyond that, everybody has their own way, their own method, their own idea of how we can make that happen. But slowing the mind down, accepting where we are, and staying in that place and going through the emotion and accepting all the flaws that we have, all the imperfections that make us human. Make that okay, and you'll be okay.